inside the WFCU Center. It is the OHL Tonight, your TV, brought to you by St. Clair College. A packed house here tonight, and Ryan Ellis is one of the guys that is in town here tonight. It's been 14 years? How long has it been since you played here in Windsor?
Yeah, it's been a while.
Been a while, eh? It's weird. This is what makes me feel old. Obviously, you're back in. You're talking about your kids, 5 and 3 years old. Man, it's wild to remember back in those days when you were here with the Windsor Spitfires. What do you remember most playing here in Windsor?
Honestly, like walking in for the crowd. The crowd, I mean, it looks like it hasn't changed, and it was so much fun. These were the best days of my hockey career. We were still young kids and didn't see any of the business side, and we were just playing for fun. Our coaches were amazing, and we still have that relationship today, and these were the years that counted.
Right here at the WFCU Center. Let's go back a little bit. So you finish your career, you go off, you play in the NHL, a bunch here with the Predators, get traded to Philadelphia. An injury now has got you laid up. Talk a little bit about that. It's the back, right?
Yeah, back, hips, and I got some knee issues that are coming along, but double hip surgery, and then I got a bunch of back issues and things going on with my hips. So it's a lot going on, and it's just not coming together. So here I am.
A couple of kids under 5 won't help it, right?
Yeah, that's what I'm chasing around now, and good days, bad days, and they're keeping me young and making me feel old at the same time.
Where's home right now? You were telling us off air it's in Nashville?
Yeah, we're in Nashville, Tennessee. Obviously, I played there a long time, and first place my wife and I lived, and kind of started our family there, and we're there now, and we're loving it.
And your wife's from the area here. That's why you're back. Is that what I understand?
Yes, yeah, we're here for family for the holidays, and thought we'd slide by, catch a Spitfire game, show the kids what Dad used to play and do, and we've had a great time so far. Do
they get it? Do they see your jersey up in the number in the rafters? Do they understand that? Or are they still too young?
My oldest might, but I think he's got a lot of questions and why this, why that, and so I don't think it's hit him yet, which is totally fine.
Yeah.
And but he's starting to play hockey now, starting to enjoy it, which I'm starting to enjoy a lot, and it's been great.
The time spent here in Windsor, obviously a couple Memorial Cups, but you also represented Canada at the World Juniors, which is happening right now. Have you caught any of the games?
We watched the first one versus Finland. They look good. Probably should have tuned into the next one because obviously it didn't go our way, but tonight's a big one. We're excited to flip that on for New Year's, but I mean, this is the one that matters the most. The New Year's Day or the New Year's Eve one is always a big one, and we'll be watching tonight.
It's funny because you asked me just before we went on here, is there still a big rivalry? It's never stopped. It doesn't matter where the Spits are in the standings, up, down, close to the Knights or not. It's still tight. What do you remember from those matchups back in the day?
I think the biggest thing, we went five games. We beat them in 5 games the one year. They loaded up, we loaded up, and every game went to overtime. And that's a story I still tell today, where that series, it could have went either way, and it went ours 4-1, but it easily could have went to 7. And they had Tavares, Kadri, a ton of good players, and we obviously had a ton of good players, but that's probably one of the series I'll never forget.
So you obviously played with a lot of guys here in Windsor. You played with those guys against London. When you move on to the NHL, what's those conversations? Do they continue on? Do you ever bring up the OHL days in the dressing rooms, on the ice? Do those conversations continue?
A little bit here and there. I recently saw a lot of the guys at Bob Jones' his wake, and although a very sad time, it was great to see the guys, and that's when we really kind of rekindled. Obviously ask about families, where you're at now, but just telling old war stories, and it was great to see guys, Welly and Greg Nemus and Harry Young. It was awesome to see everyone.
Coach, back in the Memorial Cup days, Bob Bugner, you said you went to the Red Wings game on Friday night, I think it was, against the Leafs. Unfortunately, he's no longer with the Red Wings. Do you stay in contact with him much?
Yeah, I mean, DJ, I've talked to him on and off. Warren Reichel here and there, Bob Bugner here and there. I mean, everybody's kind of, I feel like you go through those wars, you go through those series, you win championships, and it's something that keeps you guys together for forever, no matter if you don't talk for a week, a month, a year, whatever it is. It's you just have that kind of, you rekindle it quick, and it was, I hope it'll always be that way, but it is right now, and it's a thing that keeps us together.
Former Spitfire Ryan Ellis here at this first intermission. You're catching a Spits game. I know we had you on last time you were here, and we think it was for the jersey retirement. You don't catch a lot of OHL, obviously, with what you're doing, but what do you see? Is it a different game now than what you're watching from up here? Do you see any differences?
Yeah, I mean, I think a lot of the hitting, the fighting, the toughness, the intimidation is even in the NHL, it's not really there anymore. It's all built speed. Every guy up and down the lineup has skill, and I mean, you can see it tonight. I mean, guys are skating, shooting, passing, and making plays, and I wouldn't say we were doing that as much when I was here, but I wouldn't change it. It was the experience I had here was amazing, and that's why we keep coming back.
Well, we saw you had 314 points in, I think it was 269, 270 games. That was in a different time. Imagine how many points you'd be getting right now. It seems a little more open, doesn't it?
I'd like to think so, but I think my game was just at the perfect time to accomplish what I did. But, I mean, the guys are so quick, so fast, and tonight's game's a perfect example, 5-0 in the first, and it could obviously turn real quick, but it's a joy to watch. Hockey's getting better.
Ryan, we won't keep you too much longer. We appreciate your time. Happy New Year and happy holidays to you and the family. Thanks for coming back here with us tonight.
All right, thanks for having me.